Hello. Oh god, that's just gone to a bad start already really. Stating the obvious, I'm going to be doing some more at home content, and I thought I'd get stuck back into IGTVs because I really enjoy them. I saw somebody else do an IGTV on this, so I thought I'd wanted to give it a go. So I'm going to be talking through and doing step by step on how to do fluffy DIY brows at home. I wouldn't say it's browlam as such, it's just more of a fluffy brow, or the way it turned out last time, it turned out as a fluffy brow for me. So there's a few things that I ordered that you need to sort of do them at home. So one was a lash lift kit. This is to help perm the brows, solution them, and just make your hairs basically go upwards. And then this is optional, but I did it just because I wanted my eyebrows to look a bit filler and it wouldn't be maintenance every day as such. So it was just for men dye. You are meant to get beard dye because you're not meant to put hair dye on your eyebrows. However, this was sold out. So we've got hair dye, but this is my second time doing it, as these have gone a bit wild now, so I need to redo them. And it's gone alright so far, so all good, fingers crossed. And then I've just got an old brush with a spoolie on the end to like brush all of the solutions, oils and things for your hair. And then the other end, which I use just to apply the dye. So I'm going to take you step by step on how I do this, and if you want to recreate this at home. So this is inside the lash lift kit. However, we're not going to be using the majority of these. We only really need the perm, the fixation and the nutrition. I mean, it's good if you're going to be doing some lash lift, but today we'd focus on eyebrows. So the first thing that you need to do is take the little perm one, got your spoolie, basically make sure your spoolie's clean as well. Open this up, and I'm going to lather this on quite thick onto my brows. This is just to set my eyebrows in place, and it's to sort of let your brows know what you're going to be doing with it. Pre-warning, it does really smell, so we're just going to avoid that does smell. And I'm just going to literally be lathering this on my brows to make you finish laying that on thick. You need some cling film. I forgot to mention this at the beginning, I do apologise. Pause and go get some cling film. Basically this is just to hold the perm in place while it sets. I think you're meant to leave it on for about 10 minutes. But yeah, literally get some cling film. I'm trying to do this in the camera so I don't really know what I'm doing. Pretty much like this. It looks quite glorious, doesn't it? I'm just going to see I've put that on right because I can't actually look into... Yeah, basically this. Set a 10-minute reminder and then I'll see you in 10 minutes has passed. I left this on for about 11 just to be... I just like to do an extra minute just in case, but literally just remove it. That feels so weird. And then I'm just going to take a face wipe just to remove all like the residue and the leftover stuff, but keeping it in like an upwards position to keep the shape. This is where they go absolutely ridiculous looking, and I don't know, like, just wow, it's a bit mental really. But and I trimmed my brows last time and they're still going really huge. But yeah, just brush this in an upwards position just to make sure I get rid of all the leftover thing. The only thing I found when doing this, I had my eyebrows microbladed about 2-3 years ago and I've still got the little line there, so because obviously you're pushing your hair up, it's exposing that line, but hopefully when I do the dye bit it should cover it. So after you've done that, you're then going to take your spoolie again, make sure you've rinsed it this time, and you're going to take the number 2, obviously not everyone's going to be number 2, but the fixation solution, and again same procedure. You've finished doing that, you're going to whip out a new piece of cling film again and just stick that back on for another 10 minutes. So I'll see you again in 10 minutes has passed, and again just take the cling film off again, and that as well. I'm just going to now use the new nutrition oil, just to sort of, I use this as well to sort of shape how I want my brow to look, because obviously at the moment they're very wild. And also, one I found, wanted to see last time and they dried, they can feel quite wiry, So I have actually used a lot of this oil already, just to sort of set your brows in place and sort of desire the shape that you want, really. The shape that you desire, that's what I was trying to say. So I'm just going to brush that and come across here, as I don't want mine as blocky. Not blocky, bushy, sorry. Just going to brush that through again with the spoolie. Just going to push this down. I might go a little bit bigger than I did last time, which I don't know if I'm going to regret. But I feel like I'm all now for the bigger brow. Done. We're now on the last bit, so I've already put this into a little pot, but I've just took my beard dye. It's literally a little tube like this. You need the tiniest amount. This is optional. I just do it because my eyebrows are very super dark, but they're quite sparse as well. And like I said, with the microblading, I just want to give it a bit of a fuller look. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that just normally like you would your brows, really, just following that line, just using my little brush. Jesus, they're not gonna look like this. I just applied the dye how I usually would. I'm using an old porridge pot because, yeah, so it's literally just like this. I've put too much in, which is really annoying, so I can't really use that now. I'm gonna leave this on for about 10 to 15 minutes. Yes. So I've just washed the dye off, and this is sort of the end result. Just going to brush it out. So they do go back on. They're a lot more fuller than what they are, and then you just sort of brush them to where you desire. I need to stop saying it because it's not right. To your heart's content. Brush them to where your heart's content, and then you'll get the end result. This is the end result. I opted for a bit more fluffier this time, but the good thing about it with a spoolie, you can just pull it along and you can go down if you want to go for a bit more of a less fluffier brow. But I'm actually quite pleased with these, if I'm honest. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that type of video, and I'm gonna hopefully for the foreseeable future be doing some more IGTVs, being stuck indoors, and maybe I'll do some more beauty bits and pieces. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that, and if you want to give it a go, I can send the links and things to what I bought. But total, the lash lift and the dye cost me a total of, I think, £12.50 altogether. So compared to when you was allowed to go to a salon, it's super cheap.